Myself Nimisha J. Patel, Assistant Professor in Electrical Department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. I deliver a video lecture on Power System 2. Today we start the chapter number 2, Representation of Power System Components. In this chapter we will study single line diagram of power system, symbols, impotence diagram for the power system, reactance diagram for the power system and per unit system. Single line diagram of a power system. Now definition of a single line diagram is a representation of power system using the simple symbol for each component. We already studied about the symbols of different types of components like transformer, inductance, resistance, capacitance, generator, motor, circuit breaker, isolator, CTPT, etc. We use these symbols and make a single line diagram of a power system. The single line diagram of a power system is the network which shows the main connections and arrangement of the system components along with their data. For example, we see the single line diagram. We see the which feeder is connected with a distributor, with which feeder is connected with which area, and in this area what types of transformer ratings etc. we know from the single line diagram. Okay, it is not necessary to show the component of the system on a single line diagram. For example, circuit breaker need not be shown in load flow study but are the must for a protection study. So here not necessary to show all the components of the system because of our power system is a vast system, and in this power system numbers of components are used. Okay, so not necessary to show all the components in a system, but for example in circuit breaker is used in switch gear and protection for protection purpose. Okay, so when we study about the protection related, okay, that times we include the circuit breaker symbols, but when we study about the load flow, that times we do not show the circuit breaker. Okay, next is in the single line diagram, the system component is usually drawn in the form of their symbols. All components are drawn from their symbols. Okay, generator and transformer connection, star, delta and neutral earthing are indicated by symbols drawn by the side of the representation of this element. Symbols of many components. First is AC generator. When in this circuit we write the G, that time we this symbol is used as a generator, and when we write the M, that times we use as this symbol is motor. Okay, then is next is transformer, three winding transformer, two winding transformer, auto transformer, current transformer, potential transformer and disconnecting switch. This symbol is also used as a switch and isolator also. Okay, next is circuit breaker, fuse, reactor, lightning arrestor, pothead, cable terminal. Okay, here I write the some symbols of power systems. You already studied in previous semester numbers of symbols of components. Okay, all components we use as per study. Okay, here we see the single line diagram of a power system. We see the generator. Okay, generator has a star connected, its winding is connected in a star manner, and reactance here is connected with earthing. Here is a circuit breaker, this is a bus, circuit breaker, and here is transformer 1. Transformer 1 is delta, star and neutral earthing. Okay, here is a also circuit breaker. Transformer 2 is connected in manner of star delta, and star is in star neutral earthing. And here is the bus and circuit breaker, and as a load is a motor is connected, and motor winding is in star manner and reactance to earthing. Okay, now circuit breaker are presented by rectangular blocks. The figure shown represents the single line diagram of a typical block diagram. It is difficult to draw the line diagram of the few components. In power system, numbers of components are used, and in single line diagram it is difficult to draw use of some few components. Okay, so for simplification, the impedance diagram is used for a representation of power system components. So for simplification of single line diagram, we make the impedance diagram of a power system. Okay, now it is a impedance diagram for the power system. Here is a generator. In single line diagram we use the only circle, and in circle we write the G, that means generator. But here is the we see the in diagram in circle EG with resistance and inductance. Okay, that means here is the generator is represented by its impedance R plus JX. Okay, same is transformer also represent in form of resistance and reactance, that means impedance. Okay, we already studied equivalent circuit of a transformer in a machine. Okay, here is a transmission line represent as a pi network. So here is a two capacitor also used, and Rn inductance is used. In transformer T2 equivalent circuit diagram we draw, and next is a load as a motor, and motor is also used in terms of impedance. Okay, so here in power system we use all the components in form of impedance. So here is this diagram is said the impedance diagram for the power system. Okay, in impedance diagram each component is represented by its equivalent circuit. For example, the synchronous generator at the generating station by a voltage source in series with the resistance and reactance. The transformer by a nominal pi equivalent circuit. Okay, next is the load is assumed to be passive and are represented by a resistive and inductive reactance in the series. What is a passive load? Passive load means the load include with resistance, inductance and capacitor is called a passive load. And which are the active load? Active load means many control semiconductor equipment are used. This type load is called the active load. Neutral earthing impedance does not appear in the diagram as the balance condition is assumed. In impedance diagram we not show the neutral earthing because of this circuit is this system is we assume the balance system. The diagram shown above is the balance three phase diagram. It is also called the positive sequence diagram. Okay, positive sequence. What is positive sequence? We already known. Three separate diagrams are also used for representing the positive, negative and zero sequence network. We will study these three types of network in next chapter. Okay, what is positive, what is negative and zero sequence network. Next is the three separate impedance diagram are used in the short circuit for the study of unsymmetrical fault. Okay, this zero sequence, negative sequence and positive sequence diagram, where it is used when the unsymmetrical fault analysis, when we do the unsymmetrical fault analysis, that time we use the negative sequence diagram, positive sequence diagram and zero sequence diagram. Okay, we will study in the symmetrical unsymmetrical fault and symmetrical system, unsymmetrical system in next chapter. The impedance diagram can further be simplified by making certain assumptions and reduce the simplified reactance. Okay, for simplified impedance diagram, for simplified impedance diagram, we use the reactance diagram. Okay, single line diagram simplified and making the impedance diagram, and impedance diagram simplified and by making the reduce the reactance diagram. Okay, reactance diagram is drawn by neglecting the effective resistance of generator, armature, transformer winding resistance, transmission line resistance, line charging and the magnetizing circuit of a transformer. Okay, in reactance diagram we use the resistance is a neglect. Okay, in this diagram we use the resistance as a zero resistance and we only represented by reactance. Reactance diagram of the power system is shown as a diagram. In this diagram, generator is shown represented by only reactance. Transformer T1 is also represented as a reactance. T2 also represent as a reactance. 3 same as, and load is also represented by reactance. Here resistance is what is 0. So diagram is called the reactance diagram. The reactance diagram gives an accurate result for many power system studies such as short circuit studies, etc. Means in short circuit studies, symmetrical fault analysis, unsymmetrical fault analysis, we use the single line diagram and single line diagram or reactance diagram or impedance diagram. Okay, we use in which fault analysis system. Okay, the winding resistance including the line resistance are quite small in comparison with leakage reactance. Okay, what is leakage reactance? When we couple two winding. Okay, for example, transformer, two winding of transformer decouple. Okay, and here is the flux is linked with also two winding, but some flux is linked with core, and this flux is produced is called the leakage flux. Okay, leakage flux, this called the this type leakage reactance also. And sun path, which includes line charging and transformer magnetizing circuit, provide a very high parallel impedance with a fault. Okay, next is, it is considered that if resistance is less than 1/3 of a reactance, okay, when we use the reactance diagram, where if the resistance is less than 1/3 of reactance and resistance is ignored, then the error introduced will not more than 5%. If the resistance and reactance ignore, error up to 12% may be introduced. That's time resistance is introduced. Okay, the error means their calculation gives a higher value than the actual value. We already know. Now we study about the per system. So what is the per system? Per unit system. The per unit value of any quantity is defined as the ratio of actual value in any unit to the base or reference value in the same unit. Okay, what is the per unit value of any quantity is defined as the ratio of actual value divided by base or reference value in the same unit. Any quantity is converted into per unit quantity by dividing the numeral value by the chosen base value of the same dimension, and both are same dimension, so the per unit value is dimensionless. Okay. Next is the base value can be selected arbitrarily. It is used to assume the base value as given below. When we select the base value selected as the arbitrary. Okay. Now base voltage value is what? Rated voltage of the machine. Base current is what? Rated current of the machine. Base impedance is base voltage divided by base current, and base power is equal to what? Base voltage into base current. Okay. We select only base voltage and base current. And what is base voltage and base current is machine's ratings, voltage rating and current rating is selected as a base voltage and as well as base current. Okay. Firstly, the value of base power and the base voltage are selected, and their choice automatically fix the other base value. Okay. Now per unit kilovolt is equal to actual kilovolt and base kilovolt. We write in form of sign kV actual and kV B. B means base. Okay. Next is base current IB. What is base current IB? Is equal to base kVA divided by base kV. Okay. Base kV into A. kV cancel. That means here we select the base current. Means kVA base divided by kV base is equal to what is base current. Give the equation number 1. Now per unit current. This is the base current. Now we find the per unit current. Per unit means actual value divided by base value. Now what is current? Per unit current we find, so actual value of current divided by base current. Now putting the value of base current from the equation number 1, base current is equal to what is kVAB divided by kVB. Now we write the put the value of base current, that means kVB goes to upside, so equation become per unit current is equal to actual value of current into kV base divided by kVA base. Okay. So base impedance is equal to what is base kV divided by base current into 1000 is equal to what is base impedance. Okay. Next is putting the value of base current from the equation number 1 in the equation number 3, we get what is ZB is equal to kVP into 1000 divided by value of base. Okay, base current kVAB divided by kVB. Okay, base voltage. Now phase impedance is equal to what is ZB is equal to kVB square. kV goes to upside, so kVB square into 1000 divided by kVAB. Okay, base power is equal to what is kVAB. Now Z per unit is equal to what is actual impedance divided by Z base impedance. Now putting the value of the base impedance from the equation number 4, the equation number 5, we will get actual impedance into kVAB. Here is the kVAB square into 1000. We put the value of base impedance. Okay, so equation becomes Z per unit is equal to actual impedance into kVAB divided by kVB square into 1000. Okay. Now advantages of per unit system is there are mainly two advantages. First is the parameter of the rotating electrical machines and the transformer lie roughly in the same range of numerical value irrespective of their ratings if expressed in a per unit system of ratings. It relieves the analyst of the need to refer circuit quantities to one or the other side of the transformer making the calculation easy. The use of per unit system, we making the calculation easy, and these advantages are understand very easy. Take one example. Okay, next here is the advantages. We learn about the advantages, how this advantages is per unit is work. Taking the example of a transformer having the resistance in the per unit as RPU ohm and the reactance as X per unit in ohm with referred to primary, then per unit value will be RE per unit. Okay, RE primary per unit is equal to RE primary base impedance is equal to REP impedance is equal to what is V1 divided by I1. So XEP per unit is equal to what is XEP into I1. I1 goes to upside divided by V1, where REP and XEP are resistance and reactance referred to primary, and per unit means in per unit system. Now, the resistance and leakage reactance referred to primary in per unit are the same as referred to as secondary in the per unit system, because we see how RE primary per unit is equal to REP into I1 divided by V1. Now, REP what is referred to secondary, REP divided by K square into what is I1 K into I1, and what is V1 V1 by K. This value are used as from the equivalent circuit of transformer. Okay, so equation become what is RES I2 divided by V2 is equal to RES per unit. Same as reactance also become this equation. Here is what is we see when we have a primary side value, we calculate the secondary side value easily from the per unit system. This is the advantages of per unit system. Okay, one side ratings are available, that secondary side we find very easy. Okay, therefore from the above two equations it is clear that the need for an ideal transformer is eliminated. Okay, and this is so because the per unit impedance is the same for the equivalent circuit of the transformer, and whether computed from the primary or secondary, as long as the voltage base on the two sides are selected in the ratio of transformation. Okay, this is the advantages of per unit systems. Now these questions are covered in this session. What? Write the definition of single line diagram of a power system and per unit system. Draw and explain the single line diagram of power system. Draw the symbol which are used in single line diagram of power system. Draw and explain the impedance diagram for the power system, and write the equation of per unit voltage, current and impedance of power system, and write the advantages of per unit system. We study about the per unit example in next session. Okay, thank you.